first, I need one thing. My sunglasses, and a sparkling water, and some carrot sticks, and a case for my scrunchie, and a bag for my scrunchie case.
You've definitely come into your own as an actor, Debby Ryan. It wasn't that long ago that you were a Disney Channel star on Jessie, but a lot has changed in the last 5 years. You've worked hard to get a more mature reputation in your acting career. Life hasn't always been kind to you, but you've got some good times ahead. So what have you been up to these last 5 years? It's been nearly 5 years since Jessie ended, and Debby Ryan has had a lot going on. What will she do next? Keep watching to find out.
This is completely, it does not, harassment and assault does not, choose one or the other.
The first major project that Debby Ryan worked on after Jessie was Sing It. Sing It is a series on YouTube Red that came out in 2016. The show was a satire all about music competition shows. It followed participants on a fictional show called Sing It that was a lot like American Idol or The Voice. The show's premise was that the executive producer was fired, so a new producer came in. He's totally out of his league. The show poked fun at the over-the-top drama that comes with a lot of reality TV shows. They have to balance petty squabbles and huge egos. Debby played Holly Holiday, who is one of the judges.
I thought all of you were really, really so talented. All of you.
Holly is a famous and egotistical singer who is only on Sing It to promote herself. The show only ran for 10 episodes, but it was a lot of fun. The YouTube series was even nominated for a Streamy Award. Debby showed just how versatile she is as an actor. Her role was completely different from the fun-loving nanny she played on Jessie.
Okay, I'll do it.
It's not always easy to be a woman in Hollywood. Unfortunately, Debby learned this lesson early on. In 2016, she revealed that she had been in an abusive relationship. This was never a romantic relationship. She said that it was a professional relationship, but she considered this person a close friend for a while. He was emotionally manipulative. He would demand her passwords and see what she was doing on her phone. At one point, his abuse turned physical. That's when Debby decided to ask for help to get this person out of her life. When she confronted him a month after, he screamed and threw his phone at her. Then he cried and told her he loved her. Debby got out, and she is using her voice to help others.
It's hard, and once you walk away, you have to have a really good support team to stay away.
She was part of the Don't Look Away domestic violence awareness campaign. She reminds people that anytime someone lays their hands on you, they've crossed a boundary. We're so happy that Debby was able to get out of the abusive relationship before it got even worse.
Very interested in menswear. I'm very interested in a structure when you're running around.
In 2017, Debby got her first starring role in a movie that wasn't associated with Disney. The film was Riptide. Debby plays the lead character, Cora, who is a teen model. She's also the daughter of the head of a major modeling firm and can never quite live up to her mom's expectations. A scandalous video is leaked, so Cora goes to Australia to stay with her aunt until things die down. It's a feel-good family bonding movie that received mixed reviews.
Yeah, no one's ever really asked for my opinion before.
If you're wondering why you missed this movie, it's probably because it was more popular in Australia than in other countries. It even got nominated for an award at the Sydney Film Festival. Debby got to surf for this movie, which was pretty cool. This was again a totally different role from the work she had done before. She was already working hard to get an image that wasn't associated with the Disney Channel.
Your place is very boho chic.
After Riptide, Debby went on to star in more indie films. In 2018, she acted alongside Drake Bell and Kate Cassidy in cover versions. This was the first really dark role that Debby took on. 4 members of a band have a wild night of partying that leads to illegal activities, and someone ends up losing their life. Each of the band members tell a different story to figure out what happened.
How about we all have a party?
She also acted in Every Day. This film was about a teenager who falls in love with a spirit that wakes up in a new body every day.
Whatever weird, fake, role-playing, polyamorous type shit you're into nowadays, just don't involve me.
Then she teamed up with Katie Cassidy again in the romantic comedy Grace. But Debby didn't just stick with indie films. She had a small role in Life of the Party with Melissa McCarthy. All of the roles that Debby played were completely different. She proved that she could act in dark mysteries, dramas, and comedies. She definitely beefed up her resume during this time.
Ew, I would do it, yeah.
Debby Ryan had a loyal fan base from her Disney Channel days, but in 2018 she became a household name. She got the lead role on the Netflix series Insatiable. Debby plays Patty Bladell. She was bullied in school for her weight for years, but then a freak accident injures her jaw and forces her to be on a liquid diet. She loses a ton of weight and now gets all sorts of attention. She's bitter and uses her newfound social status to get revenge on the people who wronged her. She also trains to become a pageant queen. The show is a dark comedy and it is a satire.
I'm gonna sleep with him, and he's going to be so in love with me, and I'm going to reject him. And then he's gonna be crushed. It'll be epic.
Debby and the show's directors try to point out that everyone's way of thinking is flawed. Nevertheless, Insatiable has gotten a lot of criticism for the way it handles weight and bullying. Debby has handled the criticism with grace. She really wants the show to point out flawed beauty standards and what she describes as society's brokenness. Despite all of the critics, the show is one of Netflix's most popular original series.
I missed you guys.
Debby has already had an amazing career, but there's a lot more happening in her life than just work. Debby has been dating the drummer from 21 Pilots on and off since 2013, but she and Josh Dunn are definitely on right now. She even calls him her dude for life. In December of 2018, Debby and Josh announced that they were engaged. They had an adorable engagement photo shoot in a treehouse in New Zealand. They haven't set a date for the wedding yet, but Debby did talk to the New York Post about wedding planning.
I was truly shocked. Yeah, I mean, I was ready and we'd been talking about it, but I kind of was like, whatever.
She comes up with ideas for the wedding and he tells her yes or no. She said she'd prefer to have a small wedding, but it sounds like other people might want a bigger one. They've been planning this wedding for over a year now. We expect that we'll hear more about it in the near future. They might even get married sometime in 2020. Besides marriage, what else is in Debby's future? Keep watching to find out.
He's a man and a total dilf.
Life isn't always a fairy tale, and sometimes even our favorite stars make poor decisions. Debby ended up making headlines back in 2016. She had been driving under the influence and she got in a car wreck. She was driving her brand new Audi and made a left turn. She hit someone in a Mercedes. The cops gave her a field sobriety test and her blood alcohol limit was .11. The person she hit claimed injury. Because of this, the cops arrested her under charges of felony DUI. They have to make this arrest when someone is injured.
In the wake of so much horrifying tragedy and so much being unearthed.
Debby made her $100,000 bail. The charges were later dropped down to a misdemeanor. The injury was minor and her blood level wasn't too far over the legal limit. It could have ended a lot worse. Debby released a public statement where she apologized to her fans for her poor judgment. She recognized that she is a role model for millions, and that's not how a role model should act. She seems to have learned her lesson. Debby has stayed out of legal trouble ever since.
Yeah, I'm fine.
Debby has become a huge success in recent years. It's hard to believe that she got her acting start at age 13. She can definitely credit Disney Channel with giving her a head start into fame. She worked hard and was a fan favorite. But these days, her success reaches a much wider audience. Debby has a net worth of over $4 million. She has over 15 million followers on Instagram, and on Twitter, she has 4 million. Debby has also started a podcast. There You Are with Debby Ryan is a great pod with lots of big-name stars. Debby interviews them about their lives and their careers. It's a great way to get to know Debby and other celebrities.
Is it true? I do.
There are currently 13 episodes to binge, and she'll be making even more. How does she find the time? She is one busy lady. We'd say that Debby is doing pretty well for herself these days.
It's one of those things that, because it's so hard, it has to be worth it. You have to do it right.
Horse Girl is a new film that just dropped on Netflix. The movie was written by Alison Brie, who also stars in it. Debby plays the main character's roommate, Nikki. Horse Girl is a deep dive into mental health issues. It's a drama about a woman whose lucid dreams start affecting her daily life.
I can hear the future.
Debby is really proud to have been in this movie. She says it's a turning point in her career. After this, she says there is no going back. She had to grow up a lot for this movie. It's more mature than her previous roles. She really admires Alison Brie and has learned a lot from her. In this movie, she helps the main character navigate her mental break. It's an important film, and Debby takes it very seriously. It looks like Horse Girl might be up for some awards at the Sundance Festival. We're excited to see this movie get more recognition.
that now kind of showed me how much I love the kind of production side of things.
Debby Ryan has had a lot of projects in the last few years, and she's not showing any signs of slowing down. Now that she's in the Netflix family, her next film is being produced by the streaming service. Night Teeth is about a young chauffeur driver named Alfie Allen. You'll recognize him from Game of Thrones. He picks up 2 young women, played by Debby Ryan and Lucy Fry, to take them to different parties. But they are not who they seem.
We have to find him. We're running out of time.
They drag the chauffeur into a dangerous underworld, and he has to fight to survive. Debby is taking a whole new direction with this film, which is currently filming. There's also a chance that we'll get a 3rd season of Insatiable, but we don't know for sure. Either way, we know that Debby will keep making awesome shows and movies. We're excited to see where the next stage of her career takes her. Which Debby Ryan role is your favorite? Let us know in the comments. That's a wrap. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to The Things. Thanks for watching.